A new movie, Melania, has entered the public conversation, not for its artistry, but for the storm of controversy swirling around it. From the moment the first trailer dropped, whispers began to circulate, and soon, the film was at the center of a heated national debate. The film, a biographical drama about former First Lady Melania Trump, was intended as an inspiring portrait, yet quickly became a lightning rod for debate. Its creators hoped to offer a nuanced look at a complex public figure, but the project soon took on a life of its own, far beyond the director's original vision. Instead of focusing on the film's content, attention shifted to its funding, its supposed box office success, and the odd tactics used to promote it. Social media buzzed with speculation about who was really behind the project, and whether the numbers being reported were genuine or just smoke and mirrors. The real drama unfolded off-screen, as news reports exposed a bizarre campaign to make the movie appear like a massive hit. Investigative journalists uncovered a tangled web of press releases, staged events and carefully orchestrated leaks, all designed to keep the film in the headlines. Political allies and faith leaders worked together to create an illusion of overwhelming demand, even as theaters sat empty. Behind closed doors, deals were struck and favors exchanged, all in the name of boosting the film's profile and shaping public opinion. Melania is less a film and more a case study in manufactured public perception, touching on political influence, media manipulation, and the urge to control a narrative. The movie's rollout became a masterclass in how stories can be spun, and how easily the lines between reality and fiction can blur in the age of 24/7 news cycles. The movie's journey from production to its troubled release is filled with strange turns, including reports of military personnel being pressured to attend and political figures buying out theaters. These efforts, meant to create the appearance of a cultural phenomenon, only fueled further skepticism and controversy. As we dig deeper, the Melania movie's story becomes a cautionary tale about authenticity, influence, and the machinery behind modern media releases. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most compelling stories aren't the ones told on screen, but the ones unfolding just out of sight, where power, perception, and ambition collide. Melania's story begins with a jaw-dropping $75 million budget, a sum that instantly raised eyebrows across the industry. This massive investment was reportedly bankrolled by none other than Jeff Bezos, whose involvement alone sent shockwaves through Hollywood. The sheer scale of the funding set expectations sky high, and rumors swirled about how the money would be spent, from lavish sets to A-list talent and aggressive marketing campaigns. With such high-profile backing, the film was transformed into a major Hollywood event before a single ticket was sold. The buzz was relentless, and the pressure for a blockbuster opening was immense. Every move was scrutinized, and the stakes felt higher than ever for everyone involved. Promoters wasted no time, quickly announcing a $7 million box office debut. They touted this figure as a resounding triumph, parading it in press releases and interviews. The narrative was clear. Melania's movie was a smash hit, destined to dominate the box office. But behind the scenes, the numbers simply didn't add up. For a film with such a massive budget and relentless promotion, the opening weekend turnout was surprisingly lackluster. The reality on the ground was far from the story being told. Industry insiders and analysts began to question the official narrative, especially as reports surfaced of half-empty theaters and disappointed audiences. Whispers of inflated numbers and creative accounting grew louder. The financial story quickly split in two. On one side, the official version of a runaway hit. On the other, an emerging reality of a potential box office disaster, hidden behind a smokescreen of exaggerated claims and selective reporting. The truth was buried beneath bulk ticket sales, strategic giveaways, and a relentless marketing blitz. It was a desperate effort to manufacture the appearance of success, regardless of whether real audiences actually showed up. In the end, the Melania movie's tangled money trail reveals just how far some will go to buy the illusion of a hit, proving that in Hollywood, perception can be more valuable than reality. Despite claims of box office success, journalists found empty theaters during Melania's supposed peak times. Investigators visited screenings in major cities, expecting crowds, but found only a handful of viewers, or none at all. The disconnect between reported ticket sales and actual attendance became the central mystery. Evidence pointed to tickets being bought in bulk, with no intention of filling seats. Some theaters even reported people being paid to attend, adding another layer of artificiality. The scene was surreal, branded merchandise for a blockbuster, but no audience. The strategy was clear: manipulate box office data to create the illusion of a hit, even if the public wasn't interested. The empty theaters became a symbol of the gap between manufactured hype and genuine demand. The push to fill seats reached the military, with reports of service members being pressured to attend Melania screenings. Complaints surfaced from multiple bases, describing situations where commanders invited subordinates to the film, an invitation that felt more like an order. In some units, movie attendance was tied to official activity quotas, with career consequences for skipping. The Pentagon denied any official mandate, but a spokesperson's personal endorsement of the film muddied the waters. These reports suggested the campaign for an audience had crossed a line, turning a marketing push into coercion. The military's involvement added a disturbing dimension to the film's promotion. The Melania movie became not just a film, but a test of authority and influence within respected institutions. The campaign to boost Melania's box office numbers enlisted powerful political and religious figures. Televangelist Paula White-Cain urged her followers to buy tickets in bulk, turning the film's release into a political and religious rally. The goal wasn't just to see a movie, but to make a statement. Using ticket sales as a show of strength, politicians joined in, with Kentucky Congressman Andy Barr offering free tickets to boost attendance and signal loyalty to the Trump family. These efforts blurred the line between entertainment and political maneuvering, using the box office as a proxy for cultural influence. For these groups, Melania's success was about more than art. It was a battle in the culture war. The result was a system where box office rankings reflected political power, not genuine audience enthusiasm. As controversy grew, Melania Trump's name resurfaced in the Epstein files, linking her to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. The public was stunned as these revelations emerged, reigniting debates about the extent of her social connections and the circles she moved in during the early 2000s. The media quickly latched onto the story, with headlines speculating about what these links might mean for Melania's reputation and her role in the Trump family's public life. Publicly released documents revealed friendly email exchanges between Melania and Maxwell, suggesting a personal connection. These emails, once sealed and hidden from public view, became a focal point for journalists and investigators alike. The tone of the correspondence was surprisingly warm, hinting at a relationship that went beyond mere acquaintanceship. In one email, Maxwell used the nickname Sweet Pea, and Melania responded warmly, referencing a New York Magazine story about Epstein. The use of affectionate nicknames and casual banter painted a picture of familiarity, raising eyebrows among those following the case. The reference to the magazine article suggested that Melania was not only aware of Epstein's social scene, but also engaged in conversations about it. The casual tone raised questions about the nature of their relationship, especially given later revelations about Epstein's crimes. Legal experts and commentators debated whether these exchanges were simply social niceties or evidence of deeper involvement. The ambiguity left room for endless speculation, fueling public curiosity and concern. When pressed about these connections during a film event, Melania deflected, focusing instead on the film's celebration of American hostages. She skillfully redirected the conversation, emphasizing the importance of the film's message and her support for the cause, while avoiding any direct answers about her past associations. Her refusal to address the topic only fueled speculation, linking the film's promotional tour to a darker chapter of her social history. The press continued to dig, and rumors swirled online, with social media amplifying every new detail or theory. The Epstein-Maxwell connection became another controversy overshadowing the movie's release. Audiences and critics alike found it difficult to separate the film from the headlines, and the atmosphere at screenings was often tense and uneasy. The film's attempt to control its narrative was complicated by unresolved questions from the past. As the story continued to unfold, it became clear that the shadow of the Epstein and Maxwell files would linger, shaping public perception and leaving the film's legacy forever intertwined with controversy. The Melania movie's promotion took a controversial turn by incorporating the story of two American hostages. Melania Trump's meeting with a recently released hostage was filmed and used as a promotional tool for the movie. Critics argued this blurred the line between compassion and exploitation, using real trauma to sell tickets. The inclusion of the hostage story added emotional weight, but also raised ethical concerns about trivializing personal suffering. The move was seen as a calculated effort to generate positive press and distract from other controversies. When questioned about her past, Melania used the hostages' story to deflect scrutiny, reinforcing the perception of PR manipulation. The strategy kept the focus on patriotism and heroism, rather than on the film's empty theaters or inconvenient associations. The Melania movie is a lesson in the art of perception management. Box office numbers became a public scorecard, and the film's backers went to great lengths to ensure the appearance of success. Through bulk ticket sales, political mobilization, and even military pressure, the film's promoters manufactured impressive statistics. But the empty theaters told the real story. The public simply wasn't interested. The controversy reveals the difference between hype and genuine popularity. The Melania movie stands as a monument to the power and limits of manufactured success. In the end, true popularity can't be bought or mandated. It must be earned, one real viewer at a time. The story behind the story is the one that will be remembered.